zero regrets about my life. Zero regrets about the way I prepared. Zero regrets about the way I was mentally going into this competition. Zero regrets about the way that I want to leave this competition. I want to be able to smile from the moment that I arrive in Vancouver to the moment that I leave. What has to happen in order for me to do that? I had to go from physically, I had to take my place in a different area. I decided to hire my strength and conditioning coach, John Schaefer, and brought him in to come live with me full time. It was like a closed boxing camp. I mean, there was nobody in, nobody out. It was very, very intense. We were doing 3-4 workouts a day. I had to bring my body weight down about 12, 15 pounds while still maintaining a very high level of strength. So my nutrition was extremely important. I wouldn't even say I was eating meals. I was more eating, it was just fuel, okay? Because at that point, I was eating the same thing every single day, 7 days a week, the exact same times during the day. And they were boring. You can only eat hard-boiled eggs and, salmon so many times before you just get sick of it. And it's the same oatmeal, apples, salmon, vegetables, every single day. And, it sounds nice, but then when somebody calls you want to go get pizza, you want to get something to eat, you're just like, I can't, We took it even a step further. I said, okay, we're going to shut down my phone and my internet from 5 and 6 p.m. every single night because I need to focus on recovery. We were training so absolutely intense that every single thing had to be revolved around the recovery portion of my life. You can only train as hard as you can recover. So I really took it about myself and I said, okay, what can I do to be the best person that I can be? This didn't work for every single person out there. This is almost psychotic. It was really, really insane. I asked my friend, I was like, look, man, I'm walking around about 157, 155 pounds right now. I want to be 147, 146 in Vancouver 2010 Olympic Games. I hadn't been that weight since I was 14 years old. In the 2002 Olympic Games, I was 167 pounds, 165 pounds. I could leg press about 1,500. It's a lot of weight, okay? In 2006, I was about 155 pounds, 157 pounds. I could leg press just under 1,500 pounds, but I was 10 pounds lighter. So the strength to weight ratio was skewed. My strength was very high, my body weight was getting lower. By the time that I arrived in Vancouver, by the time my first race and the gun went off, I was 141, 140 pounds. I could leg press about 1980, 1975 pounds. Yeah. So you can imagine the strength ratio was extremely skewed. I felt so incredible. Mentally, I could project exactly what I wanted to see. The speed at which I could process information was crazy. I've had conversations with people, listening to an iPod, reading a newspaper, thinking about the Wall Street Journal, thinking about an email, while sharpening my skates, all at the same time, And I felt so good, I felt so light. But forget about the physical portion. When I arrived in Vancouver, my goals were accomplished. And the reasons why were, I would ask myself before I went to sleep many, many, many times for the months leading up to the games. I would say, Apollo, after the day was over, I'd say, Apollo, did you do every single thing in your power, mentally, physically today, to be the best person you can be? That's a very, very hard question to ask yourself. Because a lot of times you say no, and a lot of times I said no, I was not my best. This was not 100%. And you have to be very critical of yourself. So, but over time, you improve every single day. You start to, every single day, these days go by, and you say, you know what, that is true. I can improve on this tomorrow. I can do this better. And it started to become more repetitive. And there was days where, you know what, that was it. Today was a day where I did every single thing possible. I feel good about today. I arrived in Vancouver. I was smiling. I wrote down on a piece of paper a little bit of my goals that I was going to take out of my pocket during the closing ceremonies and read to make sure that I had accomplished all of them. I was smiling. I was happy. I felt like this weight was lifted off my shoulders. I had a clear direction. I felt like I could do whatever I wanted, regardless of outcome. Because you know what? When I cross that line, okay, or when I stand there before the race starts, I look to my left, I look to my right. I was like, I'm so relaxed right now. I feel so good about the place I'm in because I have zero regrets. I prepared the best of my abilities. There was no guarantee if I was going to make the final. There was no guarantee I was going to win a race. But the things within my control, how I ate, how I slept, how I trained, how my mental game was, that's what was within my control. And I went out there and I had the best Olympic experience of my absolute life. I competed the best I've ever competed. Physically, I felt amazing. I had coaches and people coming up to me saying, look, man, this is the best I've ever seen you ever in your entire career, at the tail end of my career. And I was happy. I was like, thank you, man. I feel good. Very, 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 very relaxed.